All right. Good morning, everybody. I'm very excited to be here today because I'm giving birth, actually, in about 20 minutes to a new project that I've never spoken about publicly before. It's been 4 years that we've been working on, so I'm really excited to be here. Not just because of that, because I'm the first time in Cape Town, actually, in South Africa, and it's been so far an amazing past 2 days. I run a design studio in New York, and we practice cross-disciplinary design. Cross-disciplinary design that goes from product to architecture, art direction and interior, and we really have no idea what we're doing every single day. We're basically reinventing ourselves every single day. And actually, that's the beauty. When I started my practice 8 years ago, I kind of wished that, okay, when will be the first time that we're going to do this kind of project and that kind of project and that type of project, so we'll be able to say, this is one of our hotel, this is a chair that we've done. Today, I actually wish that every project will be new, unique, and different, because my main interest is in innovation. I'm going to be speaking today a lot about different scales. I'm going to run through a few projects that are in really different scale. But first, my passion is in transformation, where physics and poetry meet primarily. I'm going to be speaking a lot about collapsibility, about the need to work from physics, from our actual physical need, and also about our emotional need. So the first project I'm going to be speaking about, and actually a couple more seconds about the studio. We're a very small design studio in the center of Manhattan, and we really learn how to, every time, bring the knowledge that we're lacking, to bring consultants and different collaborators to work with us, as we know that we're really play with creativity, we play with a lot of different materials and form that we've never experiment with or worked with. So it's been a really interesting place. Now, moving to New York in 2002 was hard, was really hard, and I really felt like, how can I express this feeling that I'm having going home every day, trying to do what my passion is. I immediately pretended I'm we, and the studio was pretty much myself for quite some time. And this was my very first expression to really speak about my own feeling in New York, taking an iconic vase and breaking it and taking it into the experience of who we are, the experience that we go through. This is in production with Rosenthal for the past 5 years, and it's been very successful for us and for Rosenthal as an icon for really, who we are and the phases we go through as a metaphor in a product. So this is, for me, always I refer to the icon for metaphorical transformation. And the second project is actually, for me, the idea of physical transformation. Taking a folding chair out of the closet and actually letting it stand on the wall as an art piece and highlighting the beauty that when a guest comes to my environment, I don't pull a chair out of the closet that I'm not proud of, but I'm actually presenting it on the wall as an art piece, and I'm letting him sit on my art. So here we start realizing that what we're playing with is the boundary between art and design, two-dimensional versus three-dimensional, practicality and aesthetic. And we realized that we actually just created a canvas with hinges. So we started collaboration, and we've been actually doing all kinds of different collaboration. The first one was 100 Year from Mondadori, a publishing house in Italy. And this one is a clear version that we debut on top of the Rockefeller Center in New York and actually traced the view of downtown Manhattan and added some vision of additional building as an installation for the debut of this project. So it's been a really a fun collaborative effort that highlights this idea. Duality is something that is really interesting for me because I find duality in everything. And I find innovation kind of in between duality of two things that are clashing into one another. This is a project we've done for Capellini. One of the smartest advice I heard from somebody was when you are going to actually emerge the physical transformation together with the metaphorical transformation, that's where really the most interesting things will happen. And I think that here we've done that, taking felt that have no structural integrity to hold a person in his typical state, but actually by folding it on a very minimal frame, creating a structure with those folds. And also, the idea of a peacock, which for me was the inspiration, an animal that opens up his feather for two completely opposing reasons, an attraction and also defense, which is kind of, again, playing with that duality in a way that is highlighted in this collaboration with Capellini. Architecture has been something that I had no knowledge or how do you say, school knowledge. And it's something that I found myself one day wondering what would be if I'll start designing in a larger scale and taking some of my ideas into a larger scale. I've been talking about cross-disciplinary as a studio, and architecture kind of came a little later on. So I found myself one day sketching an A-frame house on my sketchbook, and I was wondering, why does every kid draw an A-frame house? What's the significance of this icon in terms of structure? And I realized that there are a lot of places that have 4 seasons. A very cold winter, which needs a pitched roof for structural load, and then in the summer, can I change that icon because I don't need a pitched roof? So we thought about creating an hydraulic system that works just like a garbage truck. 2 pistons, 2 hydraulic pistons. And we liked the idea of changing the icon. Very quickly we realized we can change the program of the house. And later we realized that the sun is very different during the summer and during the winter. So we can take advantage also on the summer sun that is higher, that actually because of the gap, there's a wind tunnel that goes between the structure, but in the winter, because the sun is lower, it can penetrate in and actually warm the house. So utilizing this movement as an ecological system. And that very first project was very exciting for me because it was really the first time I took what I call transformation into an architectural scale. So we started building a portfolio of architectural project, and we presented it to some clients, to some potential developers. Very quickly, we met with a very interesting client in Abu Dhabi that commissioned us at first to a very short conceptual study of 6 weeks. I've showed them my vases, I showed them my chairs and other work and some conceptual architecture, and they said, we have 135,000 square meters of land off the coast of Abu Dhabi. Come up with an idea.